Hello and welcome to Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neil Howard. Thank you so much for returning for another segment. We're going to be speaking with Amir Mansouri. He's joining us here as co-founder of SprintRay to talk about how his company's planning to address dental access inequality on a global scale. Welcome to Health Professional Radio, Dr. Mansouri. Thank you for taking the time.
Good evening, Neil. Thank you, and it's a pleasure to be at your show today.
Give our listeners a brief look into your area of expertise and your company's backstory.
Well, it all started when I was doing my PhD with my two other co-founders, that we saw a great need to commercialize and bring one of those technologies to the public. And back then, we had no idea where to bring this technology in terms of application. And something happened in 2015 and 16 that we found dentistry and how we could make a difference in this amazing industry by facilitating manufacturing and fabricating of dental parts in dental practice. So we did that. And since then, our company became number one provider of 3D printing solution in dental practices. So we help doctors to 3D print crowns, bridges, dentures, night guards, orthodontics appliances in the dental practice.
What was it that happened around 2015, 2016 that caused your company to transition from 3D technology printing to specifically focusing within the dental industry?
There's a couple of things. The first one was the fact that for every single dental appliances, crowns, bridges, dentures, prosthetics, the process of making those custom built was very inefficient, was very time-consuming, labor-intensive, manual. You have to take an impression of the patient's mouth, then send it to the local labs. There is transfer involved, there is cross-contamination involved, and all of those, it just didn't make sense to us. We believe that the promise of 3D printing has always been mass customization and localization, and the dental industry was very, very ripe for that, and we shifted our focus into that dental field, which resonated with a lot of dental professionals, and we started to develop more and more applications. And it worked. It worked. And at the same time, the cost of fabricating dental appliances, when you look at compared with traditional approaches, which are sending it to a local lab, just didn't make sense. It was very expensive to make a crown, make a denture. It cost thousands of dollars of manual labor, time, and work to make a manual denture. And we were exposed to these technologies, and we knew that we could customize a piece of denture for a patient for a fraction of the cost with our technology and more precise than what the lab technician could do back then. And that also came out to be true. And now today we're 3D printing all of those appliances in a dental office for patients.
You know, the pandemic, of course, has caused all sorts of problems in the medical community, the dental community, whether it's mental health, it doesn't matter. What have you seen as far as the pandemic exacerbating dental issues specifically, and what is SprintRay doing to address those issues?
The point was probably last year in May and after May, maybe it was June or July, that we were talking to our dental customers and partners, and we were hearing that they saw more tooth fractures and grinding in the past 3 months that they saw in the past 3 years. And that was a turning point for us, that the effect of the pandemic and the general public is real. People are grinding teeth. I have teeth grinding myself, all those uncertainty and very telling times that we went through. And we decided to create a campaign to raise awareness on bruxism, grinding teeth, clenching, to help our doctors to adopt the technology to be able to protect more smiles. So we called it Protect a Smile, which we enabled our community with easy access on the material and the design and awareness to their patient, tools for that was significantly successful. Mm-hmm. And since then, we delivered thousands and thousands of night guards using our community to patients to fight this problem.
Are the services and products, are they subsidized or discounted? How does SprintRay ensure that the care is going to be affordable and remain that way?
The savings that are happening with our technology to doctors are so significant that we have seen that it created a new category of treatment. I'll give an example. 5 years ago, if you wanted orthodontics treatment, the average cost was $6,000 because it would have cost doctors $2,000 to $3,000 to fabricate those clear aligners, for example. But nowadays, our community is able to fabricate those for a fraction of that cost. So that's why they created a new category of $2,000, $3,000 orthodontics treatment. So although we do not have control over what doctors charge, but again, free market competitiveness and the ability to enable more and more patient care to their patient has created this, and we're witnessing that, and we're very passionate about it. Another example, cost of getting a denture 5 years ago was probably twice as much as it costs now, thanks to technology, thanks to 3D printing technology that enabled our doctors in the community to provide those.
Now, to that end, you've entered into a partnership that launched a charitable initiative to provide just that type of service to underserved global populations, giving them that access to that high-quality dental care. Share some details about this partnership, this initiative, if you would.
Yeah, very exciting initiative that we launched in Jamaica with Usain Bolt, the Olympian, the athlete, the champion, that we came across his team, and let me take one step back. Ever since we focused in dentistry, we were fascinated with how much more we could do with our technology in the dental market, how much the community is doing more dentistry, more affordable, accessible dentistry. And then we wanted to do something. And when we came across Usain Bolt's team, that we saw an opportunity to partner up with the team, with Bolt's Foundation, to accelerate global access to dental care. We jumped on it. It resonated his team and himself significantly. And we piloted this in Jamaica. And we will be starting the initiative in 2022, which we will be offering dental care services to Jamaicans. And Jamaica was picked very strategically as the first pilot of this initiative because Jamaica, there's only one dentist per every 100,000 people. The oral hygiene and oral care is very, very poor in there. So we're very, very excited about this.
Well, is there anything that you'd like to add about the initiative or about your company, and get a website where we can learn more?
Our website is SprintRay.com. Our Protect the Smile campaign is protectthesmile.com. I guess to the audience, I would like to educate them on the benefits of digital dentistry using new tools. And they could inquire from their dentist. If their dentist is not a digital dentist, it's time to also they ask for that, because with digital dentistry, they get a more accurate and more affordable dentistry that is better than what it used to be for centuries. That's what we call it, the next 100 years of dentistry. And we're very excited about it.
Well, Amir, I appreciate your time this evening here on Health Professional Radio, and I'm looking forward to talking about the initiative next year when things get underway.
100%. I look forward to speaking with you again. Thank you.
You've been listening to Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neil Howard, in conversation with Dr. Amir Mansouri, CEO and co-founder of SprintRay. Audio copies of this program are available at hpr.fm and healthprofessionalradio.com.au. You can also subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, listen in, download it, SoundCloud, and be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com, Health Professional Radio.